got it. I secured the bag. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole. I run a small business called Fawn and Fern Crochet, and this week we are headed to a market. Today is Thursday and my market is on Saturday, hopefully as long as it doesn't rain. It's in Danville, Pennsylvania. It's from 9 to 4 p.m. and it's apparently pretty big. If you haven't watched my last video of me preparing for this market, I recommend you go and watch that first to get a little bit of the backstory as to how I got to where I am right now. I am very nervous. This market is very large. There are about 400 vendors and I am on the first or second block of vendors. I'm on a corner and my spot is 16 by 10 and I have already done my mock setup, so I'm feeling pretty good in that area. I've got a lot of things to do before Saturday. Setup starts at 6 a.m. So I'm hoping that if they decide to cancel it because of rain, they tell me before Saturday so I don't get there at 6 a.m. and then they cancel it. But we'll see what happens. They are calling for rain only on Saturday. If it does rain, they have a rain date. Sunday is the rain date, and I guess we will just have it on Sunday. They're not calling for rain on Sunday, which is good. So either way, we're going to a market this weekend, and it's gonna be exciting. Tonight, I'm just gonna be wrapping up some miscellaneous things that I have to get done, but tomorrow's gonna be my big work day. Before the market. I'm gonna pack up my stuff the night before, obviously, since I have to be there at 6 a.m. My boyfriend is coming with me to this market. It's only like 20 minutes away, but I'm unfamiliar with like that area specifically, so I'm hoping to leave a little bit early. We'll see. So we have about 3 hours to set up, which is a long time. I like to set up as early as I can because the earlier you set up, the earlier you make your first sale. Vendors are always coming around looking at other people's stuff, and I always inevitably get a sale before the market opens, at least one. But tonight I'm just gonna wrap up my loose ends. Like I said, I'm gonna edit my last video and hopefully get that posted soon. And then tomorrow I'll take you guys kind of through my to-do list of all the stuff I have to do before the market. And then I'll take you with me to pack everything up because I've got lots of stuff. Good morning, it's Friday. It's like 8 a.m. and I am going to run the rest of my errands, hopefully, that I need to do. First, I'm gonna go get a coffee as always, and then I have to go to Staples to pick up my tags that I ended up printing out. I have to get some gas because I'm almost out of gas, and then I'm gonna run to Walmart one last time just to check and see if they have another styrofoam head. I did receive my order from Amazon. I got another one of those tablecloths that is like that is tight to the table, so we got that. I got 2 new business card holders, which are just like little acrylic things. They were like $3, and then I got a bunch of bags that needed to get stamped today, so I got my online order. The only thing left is literally that styrofoam head, and they have been out at Walmart for the past like week. So I don't know if like the college kids are buying up these styrofoam heads. Usually they're always in stock, but the college kids just moved back in, so I'm wondering if like they bought up the styrofoam heads for God knows what reason. Anyways, I'm gonna head to Dunkin' and I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. I got it. I secured the bag. Walmart has been playing around with me all week and hasn't had any of the styrofoam heads. And I wanted the guy version because they have like men and women. And I have a woman that I used for my big beanies, my chunky beanies. And I made, as a part of my fall collection, I made some hunting hats is what I call them. I have camo and then I have a bright orange because I wanted to do something for like dudes. I mean, obviously women hunt too, but I wanted something that was targeting outdoorsy men. So I made those and they look so lame just laying on my table, so I wanted to put one on a styrofoam head. And I wanted to get the dude, and they had him. Look at him. He looks so weird and it's so silly, but putting a hat on an actual head makes it look so much better. So I'm definitely going to be displaying him with my hunting hats, and then my other one is for my chunky beanies, like I said. And I think that literally completes everything that I needed for my display, and I'm so grateful that Walmart finally had him. I have been to Walmart almost every single day, and they have not had any of these. Like, who is buying these? So all of my errands are done. I picked up my stuff from Staples and I feel like I'm just ready to work now. Like I had a little snack, I'm ready to go. I have all of my favorite small business YouTubers queued up on a playlist here and ready to go. Shout out to them for motivating me to actually do things. And we're gonna get to work. The two main things that I'm gonna start with are cutting out my tags and hole punching them. I've got 3 tags that I need to cut out. First, I have a tag that has just the price on it and then how to wash it, that I just check off the directions on how to wash it. Then I have another one that has the price and how to wash it, and then it also has a size category, so that's for like all of my wearables, like anything baby related, that's like a certain age range that it'll fit. So obviously I have those, and then the last thing is a safety eye warning, which is what I forgot to have printed and I just got it printed, which is awesome. There are just small tags that say like this item contains safety eyes, like it's a choking hazard, use adult supervision if your child is like under whatever. That's the plan for today. Well, not for today, for right now, for the next like 2 hours probably, is to get that done. They are still calling for rain. I have not received any notification that we are changing it to Sunday, so as of right now it's still on for Saturday, and the rain is like supposed to start at like 7 and go till 4, which is when the market ends. So I'm not really sure how this market is gonna go. I'm starting to lose hope, so we'll see. I am very upset. They sent out an email saying that the event is going to happen tomorrow, rain or shine. And I think that is so unfair because they literally have another date set aside. It says that on Sunday is the rain date, but they're just deciding not to use it even though it's supposed to rain. I am really upset because I only have a 10 by 10 tent. So now I have to redo all of my setup for a 10 by 10 space. My boyfriend's truck doesn't have a cover on it, so there's no, like, it's an open bed. So I have to transport all of my stuff in the rain, there and back. And I just, like, this whole thing is just not what I expected it to be. I'm feeling defeated. I feel like I just wasted all of my time, and now I'm feeling so unmotivated to do anything. I literally took off of work for 2 days. I took off one job one day and then my other job the other day. So I feel like I just wasted money. Like, I just didn't work, so now I'm like poor, and now I'm gonna go to this market and make no money because nobody's gonna show up in the rain, and it's just really frustrating, and I'm really upset and feeling very unmotivated to do literally anything. So it turns out our spot is literally on the street and there's not a lot of room for literally anything, so I'm gonna have to just move everything under my tent. I have my walls up, so we'll see how this goes. It's very chaotic, so I didn't really get any footage. We're also directly over a drain, and it's supposed to rain, so that is fantastic. Everything's gonna get soaked. How's it going, Cody?
It's crazy.
Hi everybody, welcome back. It is a couple days after the market and I'm gonna do a breakdown for you guys. I'm gonna go through a bunch of different sales, what I learned, and what I made. So first of all, a little bit of an overview of the market, because when I left you guys before, I was such a Debbie Downer and I was not excited to do this market in the rain. However, it didn't end up raining the whole time and it was a very successful market for me. This was definitely the best market I've done to date by far. So my boyfriend and I got there at 6 a.m. like they told us to, and the street was all closed off, but load in and load out was very, very stressful. For some reason, I was under the impression that we would be setting up on the sidewalk so we could just park right in front of, our spot and then set up our tent on the sidewalk, but all of our tents were going to be set up on the street. So there were a bunch of people who were starting to set up on the street, so you couldn't pull your vehicle into a spot without blocking someone's spot off. So when I got there were people in my spot, I was parked in someone's spot, and it was just really a mess, and we just really needed to get everything out of the car as fast as we can and move our cars off the street. Once we moved our cars off the street, everything went a lot more smoothly than expected. My boyfriend and I set up the tent without even having practiced it very well, very fast, and the tent worked out really well this week because when it was raining, it really kept everything dry, and I had no complaints because I know there were people next to me or around the market that didn't have completely waterproof tents that were really stressed out the whole time, so I'm very thankful that my tent worked out very well. So my spot was a corner spot, but not really, because the street that ran across the market was very small and it was kind of like an alleyway. So I did have access on that side where people were walking in and out of the market. However, in that alleyway, the people next to me and down the street a little bit were food vendors. So they had a generator, multiple generators in that alleyway. So it was very loud and it was just a lot. Now my spot was also located on top of a drain, like a giant grate drain where all of the water from the street was literally running into that drain. And I couldn't really position my tent either way to make it not over top of this drain. So the pavement caved in to where that drain was. So it was hard to get my tables level. It was hard to sit behind the tables in my tent. My boyfriend couldn't even set up his chair when it was raining and we had the sidewalls down. There was also a giant cement pot for a tree behind us that was half on, half off the street. So we were trying to navigate around that, and it was a lot, but everything ended up working out. It was just very, very wet inside of my booth because all of the water was draining from the street into that drain. So as for my sales, I accept cash, card, and Venmo. I only got one sale on Venmo, and my sales otherwise were pretty evenly split between cash and card. I have a card reader that I got through Shopify, which is how I run my shop. So I use that and my iPad to ring up orders. Cash orders I don't usually put into my website. I just kind of handwrite them down and then adjust my inventory later. And I only charge tax on my sales that are used through a card. Cash sales, I just kind of eat the tax cost and then, pay the taxes because it's just so much easier to not have that kind of change. Speaking of change, I brought $100 worth of change with me in 5s and 1s and I think a couple 10s. And by halfway through the market, I was completely out of change. I needed my boyfriend to come bring me change multiple times. I made him go to other vendors and ask them if they had ones that we could borrow. I have never had that problem before, but at this market for some reason I was getting a bunch of big bills and I had to get more change. So I think that's one of my lessons learned, is to bring more change next time, because apparently $100 is not enough. So as for my best sellers, I like to kind of analyze this for every market so that if I want to do it again next year, I know what sold and what the crowd kind of was interested in. I have two major product types that I have. I have plushies and then I have non-plushies. I also brought my whole fall collection for this market, which was so good. It generated so much interest. It was amazing to see. And a lot of people took my card for my launch that happened the day after, and I was sold out of a bunch of things, but I didn't tell people on my website that, so I have a bunch of fall orders to crochet as well. So I have it broken down into the top 5 bestsellers of plushies and non-plushies, so I will start with plushies first. And I'll try to insert a picture over here of the products that I'm talking about so that you can see what they look like. In 5th place, we have my turtles. I brought 4 of these and I sold 3 of them. The pattern is by CJ Design Blog. They are so cute. They work up so fast. And at every single one of my markets, I have definitely sold at least 1 turtle. They are definitely a staple. In 4th place, I have my lovies. These were displayed right in the front of my booth, and I think that helped draw people in a lot. I brought 5 of them and I sold 3 of them, which is awesome. I sell these for $30, and I had a bunch of different different animals there that anybody could choose from. In third place, I have my baby sharks. These are a free Instagram pattern and they work up so fast, like literally so fast. I sell them for $5, so they are the cheapest thing that I have in my booth, and all of the kids absolutely love them. I brought 10 of them to this market and I sold 5 of them for $5 a piece. In second place, we have my leggy frogs. I brought 9 of these and I sold 6 of them. At my first couple markets, I literally never sold a leggy frog. They were just sitting there and nobody even looked at them. But I changed the way I displayed them. I have like a little basket that they sit in, and the basket has handles, so I tie their legs, like 2 of them, to the handles and they sit up and their arms are crossed, and ever since then I have been selling them so much better. I sell these for $8, which a lot of people don't agree with for some reason, but for me they work up literally so fast, so I just can't feel like I can charge more than that. And finally, in first place, my ghost plushies. I sold these for the first time at this market. I brought 6 of them and I sold all 6 of them. This is a free pattern on Instagram by Mom Stitch, I can't say their name. Mom Stitchetti? Yes. It was funny because a lot of my customer base for plushies are kids or people buying them for kids, but these ghosts were selling for adults and teenagers, and it was just really fun to see, and everybody was giving me so much great feedback about them. So I definitely recommend this pattern. They work up so fast, they are so easy. I add a little bit of blush to them, and I think the original pattern is a keychain, but I just sell them as little plushies and they were awesome. Okay, so moving on to the next category, which is non-plushies. I have the top 5 bestsellers for this category as well. In 5th place, surprisingly, is my earrings. I made these earrings for my last market and I only sold 1 of them, but everybody was interested in them. I brought 6 of them and I sold 3 pairs, which is awesome. I sell them for $10 a piece, and they take forever to make because I use embroidery floss to like crochet them up, and it is very frustrating, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna make more of these, but I only have a couple of them left, so they're always a hit. Everybody likes to look at them, touch them, feel them, ask me about them, so I can't complain. In 4th place, we have my baby bear hats. These are so cute. I love these hats. This is only the second market I had them at, and I've never sold one before. And I brought 5 of them and I sold 3 of them. I sell them for $10. They work up so fast. It's how I get rid of all of my scrap blanket yarn. I also sell baby booties that I put right next to them, and this man bought a set of them and he was like, it's for my first ever great grandchild, I'm so excited. And honestly, that just made my day and I was so happy. And I also had a lady who picked one up and had it like sitting like on top of her hand while she was shopping, and everybody was like, oh my god, that is so cute, look. And she was like, oh, I'm giving you free advertising. So that was really cool because I feel like my baby items are often overlooked, but at this market, everybody seemed to be really interested in them. In 3rd place are my pumpkins. I brought 8 of them and I sold 4. So these were also a big hit. A lot of people were really drawn to them. They were touching them, feeling them. This is the first time I ever sold these at a market since they're part of my fall collection, and it was definitely a success. In 2nd place are my towel holders. I sell these for $8 a piece, and everybody loves these things, and I think it's really funny because it is such a simple idea and everybody tells me I'm creative, but I just found the pattern. I brought 9 of these and I sold 4 of them. And in 1st place are my keychains. I brought 15 of these and I sold 5 of them. I sell them for $7 and I make them out of acrylic yarn. They take a little bit of time, but I think that $7 is a fair price point. And everybody was really interested in these. This is the first time I ever sold them at a market, so I can't complain. It was awesome. So the moment you've all been waiting for, the amount of money that I made total at this market. I am subtracting out my booth fee, which was $60, and I'm going to subtract out another $20 for food that I got at the market. So overall profit, I made $607.50. This number is literally double any other market that I've ever done, probably like even more than double. And it was honestly a great experience. Obviously the rain affected my sales, so I definitely want to do this market again next year, and hopefully there will be no rain and see how my sales compare. Now I have a baseline for what the customer base is interested in, and I'm excited to do this market again. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support my online store, it is linked down below in the description. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to follow me on my small business journey. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.